what's up? My name is Jaquan Cummins. I also go by QuanATL. I'm 22 years old. I'm based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a street photographer. My first camera was a QuanATL. It was a Minolta. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but it was a brand that Sony bought, and it doesn't even continue anymore. But it was a pretty old, like, digital camera. It wasn't film. But I was raised on the south side of Atlanta. I started skateboarding like a lot. A lot of my friends and homies was hanging around, with school and roommates and whatnot. They was all like kind of talented in skateboarding. So like, I wasn't landing like every single trick that they were doing, but then I kind of realized that like, oh, I have a camera, and I just started taking pictures. I found out, oh, they're good and I'm good at this, and like it was like I was making some nice pictures, and I realized that I was good at something. It was either I started at 9 or 10, and I've been doing it for about 8 through 10 years, either like 9, 8, 10, one of those numbers. Growing up, I did painting, I did drawing, sketching. I even tried the 3D modeling when I was mad young. But photography was one of those things that I had physically in my hand, and it didn't matter what I was doing. I could be out doing art with friends, or I could be like, hanging out with family, be around my dog. I could just be anywhere, and I can have something in my hand to capture like a moment. And there's nothing else. Like, I can't sit down with a canvas and draw out that moment. Just having this like camera, really got me to learn that you could, save memories. My grandfather was a great influence. I watched him do little jobs, and we've grown up with National Geographic magazine since the 60s, and I've always like been interested in the tech industry. But like once I saw that you can capture like some type of moment, and just like it's a real-time action that like you can't, or you might wait till tomorrow, but the clouds might not be the same tomorrow. Like, you can only get something in that one time frame. But once he showed me that like there's something in this world that could capture a frame at one time, I fell in love with it. So he was a great influence to me, like in day-to-day life, like everyday photography. If you're an artist, like, look at other people's things and get influenced. Don't be afraid to get influenced. But one thing I will say is don't copy. Please don't copy. Just find inspiration and find out what you like to do day to day. Like, you don't have to take portraits every single day. If you don't like to take portraits every single day, shit, you could, work in a kitchen, be a food photographer. I mean, I don't know. You could just take pictures of whatever you want. My most memorable experience, like, with photography, like, in general, I had to say, it was one time I was in New York, and we were trying to go sightseeing, and a friend of mine, thought he knew his way around, and pretty much we got cat and mouse out of a building, and then I was pretty much playing mouse, and all the cats were looking for me. But I was pretty much hiding in like a ditch for like 3 hours in 10-degree weather, and I was not dressed appropriately. But like that whole trip that happened in New York, and I got some really good pictures. And I'm not influencing anybody to do anything wrong, but I would have to say that was one of the most like memorable events of photography. One of my favorite pictures would have to be this one I took in Atlanta, one early morning in January. You know, this guy hit me up on a helicopter. Well, he had a helicopter, and he wanted to promote his brand. So he hit me up and he gave me a ride and he let me do his thing. He took the doors off, and I hit him up. We did it like in like 8 o'clock in the morning. Got up in the air. It's like, and it was like 30 some odd degrees, but like we're like in this 2-seater little helicopter, little like mobile. It feels like some like a Radio Shack toy, but just being in the helicopter in the air, flying, you know, it feels like 10-degree weather, just like blasting at you, and you're not dressed preparedly. You know, I'm hanging out the helicopter, taking pictures, hoping, you know, my phone doesn't fly out. Everything's in my pocket. The only thing that's out is my camera, and I'm hoping it doesn't fly out of my hand. It was definitely like a really sick like experience. And then when I got home, not even when I got home, I'm like getting off the helicopter, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to like see what I actually like got. And you know, that picture was like definitely one of my like sickest pictures. 2016, I won Best Street Photographer. 2017, I guess. Hopefully, you know, I win again, but you know, the creativity never stops. Right now, I'm, you know, doing some stuff for a couple campaign ads with Reebok and a couple other upcoming brands. But it's just all, I would have to say creativity is an award. If you're creative and you're, you know, staying up past 12 o'clock, you know, not sleeping, doing something, keep doing it. Feel awarded within yourself. You don't have to prove anybody anything. One of the best advice that I can give to any upcoming photographer or anybody that's interested in picking up a camera is to realize that we have a great broad of internet around us. We live in the 21st century. If you're the person next to you or the person driving behind you or in front of you is not on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., then you need to catch up. But if you're interested in picking up a camera, I would definitely say get inspired and look around. But the best advice I can give you is do not copy. Just enjoy. Find out what you love to do and capture those moments. Plus more, you know. Take your camera every day when you go out. You know, ride the bus. I don't know. You go walk into the store. I don't know if you walk into stores with your camera, but just figure out what you love to do and keep going with it. Do your own thing. It doesn't matter if your work's good or not. I've gotten a job just taking pictures like with whatever. And people are like, oh, what do you use? It doesn't matter about the equipment you have. It's all about like how you take a picture and how you edit it and go about, you know, post-production and sharing it with your audience. I would say I'm a really shy person, and I really want to get into opening up to taking more portraits of people and doing it more creatively than just the average person just taking a picture.